think to myself, what a wonderful world.
Hello, it is Nikki. Welcome back to my channel. Today we are making some customer order, or a customer order, and today I am making a letter keychain for one of my nail sisters. She placed the order over a period of time, so I made a total of 3 different keychains for her with all of the same colors. And so I did added the clip of the other 2 that I made previously to this one at the end of the video as well, so stay tuned for the other 2. So today we are working with 𝐁𝐿 epoxy resin, which is their 1-to-1 resin, and this resin does have a 45-minute work time with a 24-hour cure time. Now, this is not a promotion. They did not sponsor this video. I purchased this with my own money. So I ain't trying to tell you nothing. It's just the resin I prefer using because I have had pretty good luck when it comes to my resin pieces. So that's what we gonna stick with. So when placing the order, she specified the colors that she wanted, and so the colors were blue, silver, and white. And so to achieve that, I am using a Mecca powder, which is that deep blue, and the silver foil. And I'm just going to mix this pigment into the resin. Now, I start with a little bit and then add as I go, because as I'm mixing it, I knew it wasn't as dark as I wanted, so I did go in and add a little bit more. So you always want to start with less, because what you can't do is take it out once you put it in there. So you start less and then you build up the color until your liking. And if you notice, as I'm mixing the pigment into the resin, I am scraping the sides and making sure I completely mix up that resin, because if you leave any chunks of pigment anywhere in the resin without fully mixing it, it's going to set to the bottom of your resin piece, and it's going to look a mess. So as I've learned in my journey, you want to make sure you get that pigment fully mixed into that resin. So I am going in with some 99% alcohol, and I do this because it helps release bubbles that may get trapped at the bottom of the mold. So because I have some resin left over, I'm going to go ahead and fill the rest of that resin in this end mold, because there's no resin left behind. Resin is too expensive to waste. So anytime I have extra resin, I always have a few pieces on the side just to use in case I have anything left over. In this case, I had enough to make a whole nother letter. So here we are the next day, and I'm just applying the name on the keychain. I did achieve making the name on my Cricut. I'm still working on trying to screen record my computer so I can walk you through how I do that. But I'm not that advanced. So I haven't figured it out yet, but we working on it. Hopefully I can get it soon. And with that being said, because I do resin in a different room than my nail room, I have a different setup. And so I'm still working on that setup in that room because I don't like anytime I'm doing something, my phone is shaking. And so I'm trying to find a better setup when it comes to my resin videos. And so it's still a work in progress. So bear with me, we gonna get there. To add the finish touches to the piece, I am going to go in with 𝐁𝐿𝐻 high velocity UV resin. And this only thing you need to cure this is a UV lamp. And because I do nails, I have tons of them. Now, when top coating the pieces with UV resin, it can be a tedious process because you want to make sure that that UV resin get to all of the edges and everywhere on the piece. And because this is clear and I'm half blind, I have to make sure it gets to the edge because I have had to redo pieces because I left out a space on the letter, and to add it later, it don't look right because I've tried. So you want to make sure that you're covering the entire piece before you cure this, because I feel once it's cured, there's no fixing it because I've tried and it didn't look right. So make sure you get it everywhere. And so I originally wanted to keep this video in real time and show you from start to finish of the process. However, when I came to putting the keychain part together, I realized I was out of frame. And the only part that I was in frame, I kept in. The rest of it I took out. So as you can see, a lot happened in between that. But unfortunately I was out of frame. So again, I'm working on it because clearly I'm doing something wrong.
what a wonderful world.